Good evening, Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank with an update. As we're under a weather alert, I still want to keep you posted about storms overnight. I think the severe weather threat has diminished a little bit. As we look outside, it's still gloomy. Temperatures haven't changed all that much, but we are going to see the possibility of some heavy rain. As we look at the big picture here, you can see temps in the mid-70s. We joined you this evening. That wasn't all that different. It has cooled off a couple of degrees in Farmington, but this front remains in place. And as we look at things right now, as we look at the radar, not much going on right now. There are two areas that we want to monitor. Right now we have a flood watch and we have a severe thunderstorm watch. Only includes Phelps County, and at this point, you know, that's the one area that has the severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. So that's Rolla. The rest of our area, that's where we see that flood watch, and that's until 7 a.m. So I want to circle this area specifically and kind of show you a couple of things here as we look at all these colors and kind of make sense of what's going on, because we have this entire area that's under that severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. I want you to note where the trend is just a little bit. And I really think that most of this is starting to work its way south. That's pretty good news in the sense that I think most of this rain, and at least severe weather, which this is the only severe thunderstorm warning we have right now in the region, this is in Springfield. I think the trend and the general trend of this is to dive a little further south before it kind of runs parallel along this front. And that's why we have this area that's under that flood watch here at this point. And so as I just zoom back just a little bit, that flood watch is in place for a few areas, specifically like Farmington, Perryville, and these are areas that are going to get some heavy rain overnight. You can see how these storms are starting to kind of run parallel along that front, just like they were earlier along 70 at 5 and 6. So Farmington, Perryville, this is an area that's under a flood watch here until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And so this is something that Anthony's going to be watching for you specifically. So that's one of the big stories for us, is the significant rain. I think that's going to be something that we look at as a lot of this rain continues, and it's still going to be around for the next couple of hours. But you'll try to see this dive south. It doesn't mean we won't see a couple of stronger storms near Rolla, but I think in general this is going to dive south and then really start to work its way along that front where a lot of us get heavy rain, but the severe weather threat winds down overnight. So it still is going to be an alert overnight, and I think primarily for flooding. The severe weather threat exists, but it's low. And it's not just for Phelps County, it's just everywhere. More concerned about flooding, I think. Some localized flooding and flash flooding. If we do get severe weather in Phelps County or just around in those areas to the south, the wind and hail is going to be our main severe threats. We haven't seen much of that in more favorable areas, so that's why I'm a little skeptical. I still think temps overnight are in the low 70s. For the next few days, it's much better. We got some nice weather on the way. Rain early, hanging around, some early fog Tuesday. We got temps in the 50s in the morning, and we're going to be in the 70s for a high for the first time in a while. We'll continue to keep you posted here with updates on KSDK.com and here in between now and then for anything that develops as we still remain in this weather alert overnight.